Hello, hello. Today was a day. Come over here. Whoa. Oh, instantly flipped over. Hello. Hello. It is Monday today, oftentimes. Yeah, Monday the 2nd. I'm going to be talking about some pro level Overwatch. Because why not? Apologies for the no stream yesterday, but Jesus, that scheduling change crept up on me. It's so stupid. Why don't they just start it at the same time every goddamn, especially when they're in the same country? Like, how hard could it be? The reason why we're going to look at this one is pretty much all the results from last week were pretty one-sided, except for London's, which played both the Houston Outlaws and Florida close, which says kind of a lot. It was interesting to see Houston make a comeback, but we've done Houston a lot. I don't want to do another Houston. When does it start next week as well? Oh, there's another early start, 7 PM Sunday. Blech. Blech. Gross. Let's get rid of this. Go away. There we go. Telling you this, then it's like, yeah, but it's easy to forget stuff like that. Like, you get into a rhythm, you get into a schedule, and it's just like, oh, wait. Hang on, it started. Overwatch League has kind of started. Honestly, I should just stream anyway. I should just stream something else instead, but we'll see. Right, let's do this. Let's talk about some London Spitfire. I only kind of half-watched this series, so I'm kind of curious to see how it goes. So yeah, it should be interesting, but let's do it. Welcome to Overwatch. Welcome to another episode of Probing the Many. Today, we're going to take a look at a pro-level game, naturally, which is going to be London versus Florida. The reason being is, if we take a look at the results from last week, spoiler alert, not really spoiler alert, just out of neatness, I'm going to hide that. There we go. So last week, like, stomp, well, not stomp, absolute stomp. Yeah, fairly one-sided. Okay, close, and then nice comeback. Toronto looking a bit weak. So, like, this is one of the series that kind of went the distance. I was kind of half watching it because, being honest, the new London Spitfire doesn't exactly titillate me. Florida Mayhem, also, like, dubious. There's a couple of players that I'm kind of interested in. Carrion seems pretty good. BQB also seems pretty good. So these two kind of have my interest. Otherwise, London, like, Gemac seems okay. Shui seems to be doing pretty well as well, but we'll see. Going straight into it, let's go back to the doors unlocking. Always fun to see the Widowmaker coming out. The Widowmaker popping up. Always glad to see. It's an interesting choice, right? And she's going to be gone as well. Like, can we address that for a second? The fact that, like, to do the competitive thing, or to figure out, like, who's being banned, they literally drew lots out of a tombola machine. I saw someone come up with the idea of, like, you know, for every 10% they've played, put another ticket in the tombola, so it's much more likely you'll pull out the most played heroes. But it was just really weird. Like, Widowmaker and McCree. Like, what? Why is it this bad? Why is it this bad? And then, like, Moira being banned as well. It's gonna be weird. Like, Dive should be really good next week. It's gonna throw everything into chaos, though. It's so silly. It's all silly. It's very silly. Yeah, the Widow here, like, needs to find some pretty quick value, because the thing is, once the fighting happens up close, the McCree has that little bit of extra oomph, right? He's got that extra cooldown, he can pop it, he can stun up your tanks, and it's probably why London are kind of afraid to touch the point here. JMX playing a lot more defensively. They're trying to just find moments that Widowmaker can actually leverage that damage. Beautiful nade. I do like the new Florida, like, pink. I actually think that looks really good in-game. Almost. Oh. Look at the stall comps. A lot of damage. I mean, Florida have the point. Like, Florida are fine taking this fight. And honestly, London can't do anything about it. Again, another flaw of that Widowmaker. Unless she finds a kill, you're just kind of stuck. Like, she has no oomph. She needs to kill to get that oomph and get it rolling. Farah could be a thing next week. I mean, Ashe exists, so we'll see with Farah. I don't think it'll be Farah. I think it'll be, like, people have been playing some Doom Sombra stuff. Like, I see that being more likely. There's what Widow needs to be doing. It's like, it's taken 40% for this to happen. Okay, and it's like, now do something. And like, Glister, maybe they need to be more proactive in how they position Glister. Why isn't he shooting that Ana? He's trying to set up on the Ana now. There's the D.Va. Looking for the Widow. Again, like, just no momentum. I mean, this kind of mirrors what you see out of Widow on Ranked as well. Like, you can have a really good Widow, but sometimes you just never get that, like, that momentum going, that extra, like, pace going in the game. And as a result, it just kind of stalls out. Like, BQB swapped to a Widow himself, which is honestly fine, because Florida don't need momentum right now, right? They have the point, they have control. Although they're about to lose it straight away. The moment I say that. Don't let it go. That's it. They can just play it however they like. Shadow actually goes through, but yeah, demacked. They do get the Rhine. How do they set this up? I mean, I'm mostly curious about how they just got onto the point in the first place. Like, why were they just allowed? JMac has Shadow. It's kind of strange that they just kind of back away. I mean, the anti-nade sort of creates some space, and JMac just seems to grab it. Throw out the wall. Just to sort of deny that pace. And once that wall's gone, yeah, London can actually take ground. It can actually do like a land grab. They kind of do. There's the Blizzard to sort of clear things out even further. Just barely catches like the tippy toe of Karayan. Down he goes. Also, Sangwon was slept during that? Just get slept now. Don't know where he is. It's nice though, because that probably denied the sound barrier as well. No chance for a comeback. I mean, it's still fine for Florida. Like, you're okay with that. You still have your Blizzard, you have sound barrier. That said, this nano boost should be pretty big out of Krillin. Like, they could do a lot with that. Jammer can just sort of push them out, hopefully. I'm curious about the swap onto the Widow. Like, they seem to be doing so well with the McCree. The Widow just seems so slow for, like, how teams are playing at the moment. Like, the Widow does nothing stopping a Nano Rhine, right? You can't control that. You can't control an enemy team just, like, running at your front line with a Widow. So it just feels like a much slower pace compared to how people are playing Overwatch at the moment. So there's that Blizzard being leveraged. Sound barrier, Sangwon outside the Blizzard, so sound barrier, so this should just stall out. JMax still has that nano. This is what I mean, they can control it now with the Blizzard. It's expensive, it's PKP dead. That pink looks really good. Like, this is part of why Ana is such a big deal, and like why taking Ana away would be kind of interesting. Is because Nano Boost is just such a good all-round ultimate, right? It protects people, it creates damage opportunities, it does everything you could possibly want it to do. So, yeah, it's a good example of the value that ultimate brings. The only hard part is keeping your Ana alive, but that's like what the Ana's job is. And I think it's just an important thing to kind of notice for pros for like taking that into the actual game itself. Is like the pro Anas, their job is survive, build ult, and then use ult. You know, it's only like Jonak who's super thirsty for the kills. There's some cool nade like setups and nade lineups, but ooh, Shadow didn't get anything. I mean, yeah, like if he hits it, they win. Though the miss is very high punish. Like. That said, Shui, like if Shui gets this ulti, so just a little bit of contest, a little bit of stall, and then the Reinhardt should be back in a second. There he is. So it's really not that big of a loss. I mean, Bernard should be in a lot of trouble here. They might need to... No, he just gets out. So are they going to play around this Shadow? My question is, where is Yaki at this time, right? Where is the Mei? Because if they can get the Rhine out the way, then suddenly they can win this, but they can't. They just pressure him out. The camera has no idea where it wants to be. That's rough. Blah, 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 blah. Oh. Some weird finger shenanigans happening. Sombra Doomfist. I am so not sold on Sombra at the moment. I find it... I think it's only worked when, like, the team playing it has been so far ahead of the other team in terms of skill that, yeah, they could probably win playing anything. It just feels so slow. Like, you sacrifice so much power. Like, yeah, there's so much pressure on Yaki to deliver here that if he doesn't, if he just does that and just punches, it's a great ante. Oh, there's the kill. Gets one. Whoa. Like, the question I always have in situations like these is like, okay, they won the fight. Was the Sombra involved in that? As far as I can tell, Sombra hacked the Mei, which, like, isn't terrible, but Mei's already deployed her wall. It's slightly vulnerable, I guess. But then it's like, it's the anti-nade and the Doomfist punches that translate into kills. It's not the Sombra. So it always begs the question to me of, like, what value does the Sombra bring in this comp? Love your Valorant video, except for making fun of me spending 701 hours practicing to jump 0.201 meters more. Yeah, I've never been a big fan of that. I appreciate, like, strafe jumping and stuff like that, like in games like Quake, you know, the ability to get, like, high movement speed and stuff like that really has, like, high impact. But people, like, practicing jump maps in Counter-Strike, it just drives me insane. You shouldn't need to do that to be able to just move around the map in a semi-functional way. There should be rewards for optimization, but it shouldn't be like the difference between being able to stand in a place and not. That makes sense. It should be that sort of optimization, like bunny hopping and stuff, should be the difference between getting from point to point a second faster, right? That to me is kind of what you're looking for with that kind of optimization. Okay, retake. Sombra still hasn't got an ult. Go figure. Although she's not doing terribly. I mean, Glister's been completely, like, shut out. Glister actually uses Wraithform just to get to the point here. I'm kind of surprised. He sort of leads the charge. They get the charge on the D.Va. Do they focus the D.Va? Gargoyle actually survives. Nano Doom. The Brig here actually kind of does a lot. Did the Brig interfere with the Reaper? I'm just surprised that, like, Glister was the one who went first. As weird as that sounds. Like, they take the dive, the Moira fades, they go in. Lucio's hacked, which is very annoying. And this is another one of those anti-nades. Gang Nanjin? There we go, that's his name. Gang Nanjin, like, has hit 2 fantastic nades. I want to do more stuff on Valorant. Like, that one was just like, oh shit, this is out. I need to have something just to, like, get my name in the keywords. I'm not gonna lie, like, there wasn't much behind that video other than, like, very quick initial impressions. But I definitely want to, like, now that more information's come out, now that, like, there's more footage out there and people start to know what the hero names are and ability names, like, I want to do similar to what I did leading up to Overwatch's release, which is, you know, when we have the deets, get into, like, this character does this character does this, and start building up, like, a functional picture of the game. A big part of what I was interested in with Valorant was just, like, how the gameplay flow looks. It looks very different. So this Sombra has to get value. Like, ideally, you want to just use the EMP here and maybe, like, D.Va Bomb, but you want to use as little as possible. It's actually nice just going for the hack there. If they can kill this Reinhardt, I don't think they actually need to worry. Like, the Reinhardt should be killable, but they don't. Oh my god, he actually lost the EMP. Oh, shit. And Shui actually spots the Sombra himself. That's kind of interesting. No Mei. Guess he just wasn't feeling that. Like, I guess he had been hacked too often? Which feels like a Banar problem. It's usually the off-tank who has to, like, control the D.Va. Woo! Winston's out! He's fine! He fucked himself a moment ago. I mean... Oosh, oosh, oosh. No, he got booped. He got booped by the brig into the bomb. That's actually really nice. That was beautiful. I don't know what JMac was trying for here. I think he just carries him off. Because, like, there's no safety here, surely. I don't think there's... Like, even at this angle, I don't think Reinhardt catches. No, he just goes through the wall. Though there has been complaints on the recent patch of, like, Reinhardt colliding with things that aren't there. Or, like, D.Va bombs curving weirdly. So yeah, Glissa got booped into the bomb by Chris, by the Brigitte. I mean, Shui can touch. If Shui, like, built a lot of charge on that EMP very quickly. Buy some space. Ugh, gross. The fact that, like, no one died there says quite a lot. Whoa, did he get the break? Yeah, he did. Nice job. Shui has ult. I'm guessing he really doesn't want to use it. Yep. Nice part about this team comp is you can take control of, like, the high ground, at least. Goes to most of the way to another ult. Like, they're charging fast. That's kind of, like, the nature of these brawly fights. They are charging these ults super quickly. Be curious to see how this Ana fares compared to the Moira as well. Ambitious nade. Rally, engage. Looks like Glister's the dive target of all things. They get the fade, cooldown. Forces very early ulti. Yeah, this is nice. Like, I'm surprised they even go for the ult here. I don't think they need it. Like, hacking Winston is just a very good way to confirm a kill on Winston. Like, and it's the fact that, like, they then instantly pivot and just go, like, continue pressuring Gargoyle. I'm guessing Chris is out of puff, like he's used up all his healing. So he's got rally. I'm just wondering, like, what... Because it looks like Gargoyle doesn't get much healing at all. Like, he's just taking damage and damage and damage and damage and damage. So you have to wonder if, like, something's interfering with the Ana. It looks like Ana actually naded it up top? What was that? Did he miss? Did he nade Doomfist back? That looks like a nade to me. Yeah, you can barely see it, but there is a plus icon. So yeah, he tried to nade, and it just hit Doomfist back. Feels like they ulted. Maybe he ulted seeing the Winston had ult ready. It's pricey to do that. Very pricey. Is high ground important? With this cut, like with the Ana, yes, you don't want her on low ground, but honestly, London's comp, they don't really care wherever you play from. It's nice to start from high ground, but yeah, the EMP is so crucial here. I mean, if you can hack this Winston, oh my god, that's so much value out of Banal's ult. Not Banal, J-Max ult, sorry. Like, that was really nicely done, because he just spots the Sombra and just goes, oh, and then just gets this beautiful boop to push Sombra into a room. They know that the EMP is available. They saw it last fight. And so this just gets nothing. One man EMP is not worth. Like, you bring Sombra for this moment, for this crucial time. EMPing a target with 1,000 hit points, not super high value. He's got to make sure he doesn't get hacked. D.Va ults don't get pushed. Oh! Does he press Q before he dies? No, he doesn't. This is kind of the issue with Reaper, right? This is sort of Reaper's problems manifest, where it's like, you gotta wait for so many things, so he can't Death Blossom while Sombra can hack him. He can't Death Blossom while D.Va has defense rate, so he waits for that. Okay, D.Va bomb, so I can't Death Blossom now. And I think he might have gotten away with it, like, here. Just for the self-heal, but like 35 hit points. It's pretty touch and go. There's so many things in the way of him. Can he ult during the D.Va bomb? It's probably not safe to, because there's so many things that can like knock him around. One bad boop and he's just gonna die. The big thing I want to see is the Sombra ult again. I'm guessing they, like, BQB thought that they were engaging properly, because you see the Winston go in, he gets bounced out, and then, like, Sombra teleports up here to try and sort of protect this. But it's literally just JMac here. Alright, it's just JMac. Getting it done. Bernard getting hacked, though, is actually huge, because then he loses the D.Va bomb. Yeah, Glister just kind of runs out of options. Like, the Doomfist is so much scarier than the Reaper there. I remember glancing over and seeing this, because I remember seeing the Pharah. And just going like, huh, someone's actually playing Pharah. We got Pharmacy. Like, Pharmacy Tracer, it's a spicy one. That, I mean, we went over, like, the coaching the menu with Tracer. Right? And the big issue was, hey, the issue with Tracer is that she can die at any time, like a sneeze kills her. Why did BQB ult in there? Because the Winston's not going to let the Sombra get out. He used Translocate already. And so BQB, he's being pushed into a corner by a Winston. The Winston's never going to let him go. So he has to ult. So yeah, that, like, you want to know why people don't play Tracer anymore? Mei exists, and that's why. One headshot and the Tracer's dead. And I doubt that can be rezzed. They have to be, oh, they actually got the res. I mean, they have to still, like, you have to respect the Pharah a little bit. She can kill very quickly if she lands a couple of rockets, but like, only having the McCree to really deal with it is sort of awkward, although killing the Mercies, yeah, that's going to put a stop to this. I'm amazed that Sanguinar died to that. I guess that's the penalty of having the Moira. You have nothing to help the Mercy. See, this is where I'm curious of, like, would Sombra Pharmacy work? Probably not. Could you, like, try and hack the D.Va if she tries to pursue? This should just be a slow wear down. Why do you play Pharah into a McCree? Because if you stay high enough, the McCree without any help shouldn't be a problem for the Pharmacy. It's the D.Va that seems to be the real problem. As long as Shui plays around the, like, around the top of the sort of gazebo area of the lighthouse, he'll be okay. The issue they face is they, like, attacking with Pharah is honestly the big problem. Defending with Pharah is easy because they have to, like, move into spam. But the moment you have to attack with Pharah, it's so much harder because she just struggles to, like, get full kills and stuff. You'll just do splash damage, splash damage, splash damage, barrage, and then like Diva will eat it, May will block it, McCree will flashbang it. I say that, and Shui just cleans up. There's so many ways that can go wrong. Did he get the boop kill as well? Holy shit! Holy shit! That's why you play the Pharah. Perfect storm. I mean, this, like, what was Gargoyle doing? Did he ult? Yeah, Gargoyle ults. And then Shui times the barrage right as Gargoyle's remacking. McCree's out of position, can't flashbang it. Diva's remacking. Instantly targets the Ana, so there's no sleep dart. And then is protected as well. Like, Banar is actually there, ready, and protects. Banar got frozen. Could the May not touch the Pharah? Like, you can see the defense matrix. The white lines, the defense matrix of Banar. Banar eats a freeze, but Shui doesn't. So Yaki could have maybe done something like, you know, a May wall can kill that Pharah. Right? There's so many ways that goes wrong. That's why it's so surprising. It's kind of shocking to see. Right? There's so many ways you can stop that happening. Pushing into the Pharah is the real tricky part. Yeah, so focuses the May. All the focus, like the Coalescence, the Diva, all there. Pulse Bomb, is that ready? No. The issue they face is it's very possible for Florida to just kind of creep onto the point, and then you just can't get rid of them. Great focus on J-Mac. May existing causes so many problems. Oh my god! This is a scary cowboy now. This is a lot of faith in BQB. Kind of deserved, right? This is Nano plus Bongo. I don't think stacks super well. It's still going to be scary. So you got to kind of just give up the space. And like once that Winston is dead, and I think the nice part about this is they kill the Winston and then make this big play because they know that no one can kind of contest this. The Diva can maybe try, but the Diva will die for it. The Pharmacy can't contest it. The Tracer tries and just gets her head blown off. So the only person who can contest it is the Diva now. Krillin has to use his cooldowns to survive, so he just has to run away. And so they flip the point. They should flip the point. There goes the Diva. Yeah, that's over. I don't play Pharah yet. I want to. I've been playing Overwatch for 2 years now. You slightly missed the boat on Pharah, I fear. I mean, if you're playing on console, then she's great. Like, yeah, sure, play her on console. On PC, she just... There's nothing to really justify her above hit scan or some other options. Oh! Ooh! Good setup, at least. Like, they're kind of ready to go. I'm surprised they're staying on this Wrecking Ball. Like, there's so many things. With Wrecking Ball, I generally advise, and, like, this is less true for pro teams, but definitely for, like, your casual plebby players, right? If you want to deal with Wrecking Ball properly, you've got to have at least 2 counters. And this team has 1, 2, 3. Well, 1, 2 with the mobility, because you can kind of chase them down, be annoying. 4, and then like Holt messes with them. It's just like gross. This is gross. I mean, Roadhog will be worse, I suppose, but still not pleasant. Who's the best team in Overwatch League? It's hard to say because we haven't seen so many teams play. Where's Vancouver? Vancouver when? I want to see Vancouver. Oh, the teams we've seen play, it'll be very difficult to argue past Philly. Philly definitely feels strong. Oh, right back into it. This is kind of the issue with Pharah, by the way, right? And this is the issue with attacking with Pharah. This is kind of commonplace, right? You land this rocket, and it's like a huge rocket, does tons of damage, and they all just back up, and then it's fine. Everyone's healed. The big thing here is Glister. I like this Widow a lot more than I like the Tracer. I think Tracer is just so risky these days with like McCree floating around doing extra damage, with Mei floating around doing one-shots. It's just way too high margin of error. Like, something goes wrong and they're just going to explode. I'm just curious if you play like, if you played Pharah Widow, if they go like Sigma instead of Diva, would that work? Because like the idea is the Pharah pressures from one side, Widow sets up on a crossfire, bang, dead. Nice. Looking for more, bang, dead. Beautiful. Incredible. San Francisco Shock, yes. Should be pretty goddamn scary as well. Soul? I do feel kind of bad, like, China's having a bit of a crisis right now. South Korea's sort of falling into it as well, and so we're not going to get to see much from those teams for a while, I fear. I'm from PA, so I'm super happy with Fusion. I'm happy with Fusion because there's so many British players and British people involved in that team. I like how they basically hired Chipser to just like bant on Twitter. This is impressive from London. Like, I'm glad to see London also. The real silver lining, or the real like thing to take away from this is more London are playing something that isn't May Reaper. That was kind of the big concern with London, was can they just play May Reaper over and over again? Like, is that really the depth of what they can do? But it feels like, hey, they're spreading the wings a little bit. They're showing off something different, something new. Got Electric Cowboy. Should be able to, like, take a lot of point with this, yeah. I'm actually surprised, like, he even... I guess it's when Nano runs out? Yeah, Nano runs out, he cancels that, goes and hides. There's the ball. Yeah. That's May. May versus Tracer. I remember having this discussion with AlphaCast about, like, 3 years ago. Because Alpha was big on May very early, and I was like, no, man, like, Tracer versus May, surely. The Tracer is, like, so advantaged. He's like, no, 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 no. He's like, no, 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 no. Oh, monsieur, one amongst many, un amongst many. You must understand, the May, she one-shots. She one-shots the Tracer. I was like, ah, that's actually a good point. It's actually really scary. At least Sol isn't down with Houston. Yeah. I mean, Houston, they got a W. Houston finally got their W on the board. I don't mind the pharmacy. I genuinely think the pharmacy is probably better than people expect, unless they start going like Widow. If they start going Widow, if they start going, you know, 2-hit scan, then you got problems, but the Tracer is so dubious, like, in current meta. May is broken. May is broken. May is just silly. There are I saw a couple of people predicting that, you know, you might see less May play next week because if Reinhardt's gone, the main reason to play May is probably gone as well. Although people are anticipating, like, well, what if you play like Hog Risa? But I don't think Hog Risa has the staying power these days. Like 600 barrier is not much. I think it's too easy to blow through it. As soon as this year's Dragons. I mean, that was the question, right? Is Boston going to be like the worst team in the league? And no, it turns out Houston are kind of the laughing stock. Still a lot of teams we haven't seen from. Yep. Forward. Current meta seems pretty diverse to me, even without the hero bans. I don't know if they're necessary, but it'll be interesting. I think the only one that really, like, the only hero ban I'd like to see is Mei, because the issue I have with Mei is she doesn't set up exciting gameplay. She sort of saps the fun out of the game. Right, you try and think of like a Mei highlight reel and what that would look like. And it would just have to be right clicks. Nothing else about Mei is super exciting anymore these days. Oh my god, you got a wall down. It's kind of expected that the Mei wall should be good. I think the only thing that's really exciting is like when Maze block Rhine ults and stuff like that. Like they use their wall to like block things. That's kind of cool. But beyond that, it's just like, ugh. Blizzard, I wouldn't count like press Q and froze people. That's not exciting. That's just an ult. Ursa yesterday. Ursa's an exciting player.
Though are going to struggle to keep their shield alive in this choke point. Bernard isolated, going to have to fly out. Looks like Blister though, he's the one opening the
Whoop.
Blister got an angle.
See, like, oh my god, the May walled.
Their shield alive in this choke point. Bernard isolated, going to have to fly
This is nice, like diva chase.
he's the one opening up on the Yaki. Blister got an angle.
Found an angle, yeah. Found a way to poke in, and then they still get out.
Allowing the rest of the team to farm up a lot of ult charge on Orion, but luckily Gongnarjin keeping him alive. He's gonna have a major. Curious
how Fusion will do when Ryan gets banned. He used to be the dive team. I don't know if they still got it. I hope so. I mean, Salo's had so much of a better season this season. Like, man's putting in work. He's putting the hours. Whoop, whoop. So stall. Patience. Burn it out. Like, it's kind of interesting to me how, like, one anti-nade, and this is why Ana is such a cool hero, right? This is Florida's chance to, like, get momentum. They want to do something with this ult. They want to use the Reinhardt to, like, battering ram in, right? That's how I think of Nano Ryan. It's a battering ram. It gets you ground. It takes space. It occupies territory. And one anti-nade. Sploosh. And instantly he's just like, oh, shit. Backing up, playing defensively, can't do anything, can't go in. And so now it's just like, well, that was our chance, guys. Like, the next ult is a Deadeye. Not impossible. Great eat. Great boop! Oh, shit, son. I think he thought he was like in a really good position as well. Like, this is a great place to Deadeye from. He's got the wall to like cover him. He's safe from anything that can sort of stop him. And then this Diva's just like, nope. Nope.
Too perfect from Bernard. That angle, that's the worst place in the game to get booped off. It feels like you know there's that lower platform behind you, but if you're on just that worst possible angle as he was, Bernard showing his map knowledge right there.
That position, I don't think anyone expects that boop to go that far. Like, in theory, you should have enough air control to just like hold forward and come back. And this late in the fight, you don't think Diva's gonna have that much Matrix. I think he just rushes the shot. Like, if he fired it here, he probably would have got the Diva. And then, I'm guessing he just didn't hold forward. Like, you have a lot of air control in Overwatch. A lot of air control. So I think he was just anticipating that he's just gonna, like, fall to the low ground. No, he went flying. Does Deadeye limit air control? Yes, it reduces your movement speed.
We've seen him show a lot of diversity in his playstyle. Could use the Shatter just defensively to stifle Florida Mayhem's advance. Spitfire back on the point. Mayhem looking for
Overwatch physics can be a bit weird, so maybe cancelling Deadeye in mid-air still cause him to be kind of weird. I don't know. Not something I've labbed.
Mayhem has a slight advantage on this sound barrier, but do they feel like they can push it? Sanguinar already at 90% on his own charge. Could have his up ready to respond. Maywall doesn't catch anything.
Whoop! What denied that? Because you see, like, Chris, like, panic. Someone stunned him. McCree. BQ beam? The only thing that can stun him. Yeah, just sprints forward and actually, I think, clips him. The flashbang. Perfect timed. Great anti. Blizzard, everyone gets off the point. Oh my god. How did Mayhem lose that? Like, aside from, oh, just Diva Bomb, lol. Okay, Spitfire sound barrier comes afterwards, slows everything down. Chris dies to that. Like, BQB should be having the time of his life, but no, he's actually stuck in a corner, like, without heals.
London fighting back even without their main tank. Karayan naded and forced to pin back the spawn. He will live for a moment, but it's Gargoyle out.
Oh no.
His baby diva. Luckily the pistol spam comes through. He's gonna be able
100%, there we go.
the next fight, but with 1 minute basically left on the clock, not much so far working out for the Florida Mayhem now. They do have a moderate ult advantage, maybe more than they've had all attack long.
What did it used to do? May used to do 160.
Easy to focus down any one target on the side of the Spitfire.
Mayhem running out of time. Final 50 seconds.
Okay. Oh, this I love stuff like this. Oh, I love stuff like this. So like this is the flow of an Overwatch game normally. This is something that teams actively practice as well and try and break the habit of, and it's very, very important to do. Which is this. So they're setting up, set up, and then it's like, okay, guys, get ready to push. We're gonna do this, and London just go, you know what? No, we'll engage. So they start their engage, and JMac goes in, and this can throw like. You know, it's the age-old tradition. Everyone has a plan until they're punched in the face, right? Like, okay, guys, we're gonna go like this, and we're gonna ult the Reinhardt, and we're gonna get this done, and it's just like, oh fuck! Carrion runs off into the back line, but JMac's like fighting people in a small room. There's nothing that stops this anti-nade coming through. They get the sleep dart on him, but he's woken up. He's frozen. Oh, Carrion's on his own. The diva doesn't know where she's gonna be, so there's nothing blocking for Carrion. For Karayan rather, and it's just like, oh my god, what do we do? What do we do? Holy shit, I love stuff like that. It's risky, and if it goes wrong, you look like a complete idiot. Oh my god! It's like, you know, the good, the bad, the ugly, right? You know, dong, it shines noon. It's just like, draw! Oh fuck, she's got a tactical nuclear bomb. Shit! Run! Run! Yeah, I think Divas is bigger there. Just gotta give her some respect. Ooh. They still managed to hold. Like, they're still managing to take this fight. There's the focus, and this should be enough. Blizzard! It's such a good ult! No one's there to kill Karayan. Okay, they got Karayan. That's a nice win. Don't see 9, 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 don't see 9! The tradition's maintained. They keep fucking up. J-Max on Hammond. Why I went into Star Wars there, I don't know. I was like watching this and it's like, it's so close to flipping. It's so near to flipping. Like, Sanguinar needs to just stay on the point, and then he just jumps off and he's just like, oh god, no. It's happening, isn't it? There it is. What happens to ult spawns after the first point? They close. Or, I don't think they actually close, I think they stay open, they're just like wall lock. You just move spawns. Like, I'm pretty sure Florida can still run into their old spawn if they want to. I don't know if it gives them healing or not. Yeah, this you might as well stay here for as long as possible. Whoop. I'm surprised that like they're giving up this ground. Sanguinar. Yeah, like if I think if Sanguinar just stayed on and just played around this side of the payload, and then Hammond would arrive, and then Glister's free. Like, Glister's pretty goddamn good. He's no slouch. He seems to be hitting shots when he needs to. He's going to be in trouble next week, though, because McCree and Widowmaker aren't there. What's he gonna play? Reaper, I guess? I mean, yeah, he's been playing Reaper. I suppose he'll play Reaper. Nice. Nice job, Bernard. He's got big shoes to fill. He's got Fury shoes to fill.
Coming in from Bernard. J-Mac is down the front line, not looking good. Bam looking pretty healthy, but okay. We gotta freeze, we gotta sleep.
I'm just amazed they gave up so much like space. Like, J-Mac probably doesn't want to stay on that Hammond, so why not just try for the spawn camp for a little bit? Got Deadeye as well that can sort of keep people in spawn. You love Eichenwald? I have too many pertinent bad memories on Eichenwald.
It favors the defenders, but Florida, it's not fair at all. They're coming in with a pretty significant ultimate advantage here. The bio name
This should go real nice for Florida. Feels like they're trying to go for a Diva Bomb setup. There's the Blizzard. Diva Bomb stall. Gargoyle's turn. Gargoyle still not doing it. Karayan's gonna die. Yeah. Why is Gargoyle holding on this? I don't get why Gargoyle held that. He had a great opportunity. Right, like, it makes sense from, like, here to just, you know, hold, because, yeah, sure. But, like, this is last fight, right? 20 seconds on the clock, you're not going to get another go. They Blizzard, Florida Blizzard, so Bernard uses his ultimate. What that does, stalls out everything, slows down the fight, means they can't do anything. Gargoyle floats around a little bit, waits, and then Shui gets his Blizzard out. And to me, the logical thing here is like, oh, you lob your bomb out where Karayan is, and that keeps Karayan alive, and that should be okay. Right, he'll get frozen because, yeah, Blizzard, but then you just, like, you yeet a bomb up and over this, or just into, like, this corner. Surely this guy's going to be fine, right? The panic and the trying to get to safety from everyone on London would surely keep your main tank alive. Hey, that's great. Good job. Instead, it goes after Glister, who's on full hit points. Fails to protect BQB. Questionable decisions. What do you think of the first set of hero bans for Al? I think it was a garbage system. I don't like it being decided by, you know, Mr. X picking names out of a tombola. That's so silly. Oh, there's a Symmetra. Oh, she's charged. Oh, Long Johnson. It's such a silly system. Like, can we not leave the competitive nature of this game up to random freaking chance? Can we not do that? Can we have it done in like a predictable system that teams can realistically prepare for as well?
All he can do is punch J-Mac in the face. He thinks he's playing Doomfist out there, but that's just great team play from the rest of the London Spitfire, delaying up, playing that spawn advantage off the back of a few picks.
Hero ban, like a proper hero ban system. I mean, I wouldn't mind it being done in terms of like, you know, next week the teams playing are Defiant, Mayhem, Paris, Houston, Boston, Justice, Philly. A lot of teams playing next week, and then YXL. And it's like those teams should have a say in like what's banned. Maybe elect heroes, right? Maybe have them elect heroes and put that into a tombola. Have them just like, they have to elect one DPS, one tank, one support, and then put them in the tombola. But then you might end up with a situation where teams are like, oh, ban Bastion, right? Because maybe that's like the game theory super smart genius play of, well guys, if you all just say ban Bastion, then Bastion gets banned, no one's going to play Bastion, so hey, like it's fine. You know, ban Soldier 76, ban a hero that no one's going to play, and then suddenly the ban becomes irrelevant, and the scrim time that teams put in doesn't matter. But I think the issue with, like, there's issues with pick ban because there's no pick phase in Overwatch. I would just rather it be a predictable system of, oh, the most played hero. And currently the most played hero is this. And just have, like, things that labeling, I like the teabagging of your own teammates. You know, just have a system during the week of, like, the most played heroes are, oh, hey, it's, like, for tanks, it's Rhine. For DPS, it's Mei and McCree. Right? And then you just have the system, and for support, it's Ana. And it's like, everyone kind of knows throughout the week, oh, these are the heroes getting banned, so then they can realistically prepare around it. By having just a random thing, like, there's no way anyone could have practiced for, oh, Widowmaker and McCree are gone. Because then I assume all the teams thought that the coming week, oh, May's going to be gone. You're not going to play May. But no, it's just, oh, random. I just hate it. It's not fully random, it's way too random. At the very least, weight it. Like, Widowmaker was played, I think, in like 10% of games, 11% of games by the statistics. May was playing like 80%. Surely May should have 8 times more chance of being removed than Widowmaker by those stats. But no, it's equal. I just, I don't mind. I mind greatly, because it throws the competitive integrity out the window. Just completely out the goddamn window. If you can't prepare for it, if it's just random. It's ugh. I don't mind a little bit of randomness in a competitive setting. I think it can be interesting. But when like the entire metagame itself is determined by random factors, that's just no. Oh, we got a May Trench. Yep. That should be an easy first point take.
It's a big isolation from Sui on the Maywall to enable that pickoff. Yaki strikes back though, so it's not quite over just yet. You see Florida.
Give up people in chess do not have any science background. It's not even that. It's like these people are in charge of a multi-million. Like this is a multi-million-dollar franchise. Teams paid huge amounts of money to compete in this league and are paying players salaries of upwards of $50,000 a year. And this week, some players' wages are just completely invalidated. There's just no point in having them. What happens if next week it's just the same thing? Oh no, I think next week like some heroes will be exempt. So the heroes banned this week will be exempt from next week. So sure, but it's the same thing with the competitives. It's like the exact same reasons I don't like it in competitive. It's just it feels so nebulous and random. It's let's shake things up for the sake of shaking things up. Oh, that'll keep things interesting and competitive, and give it, you know, give it next year, and everyone will be competing in Valorant instead, because Valorant doesn't change up between weeks, and it's much more easier for a good player to stand out. Chipser is a bench warmer. Chipser was literally hired. Like, this isn't even slander, I suppose. I do not know this for a fact, but my guess is that Chipser is not a terrible Doomfist player, but he is more there for his social media presence, his streaming presence, and because Chris was like, hey, Chipser, you want to earn a quick 50k for this year? Here, have this job that basically our financiers on top of Philadelphia Fusion don't really care, so we're just going to fill the roster out and make sure that we're getting these gamers paid. Oh, which is a dying game? In the same way that every game is a dying game, except Counter-Strike, somehow. Getting very meta. Ooh, Counter-Shatter. What fight greater sums up this meta than like 2 Mays dueling in a blizzard and 2 Reinhardts shattering into it? And there's just a Deadeye happening somewhere. Like, JMac is playing a lot better than I expected. And it feels like Gang Nanjim is like the only thing that keeping Florida really intact here. Gang Nanjim? I don't know how to say his name. But he's, like, every time he's hit an anti-nade, that's generally been the main thing stopping a push. There's the Diva Bomb.
Here it comes. Not quite.
That should be a dead Rhine, though. Yeah, it blew the Rhine barrier up. That's all they needed to do. Beautiful sleep dart. Only games that live forever are CSGO and Minecraft, basically. I mean, Fortnite's dying as well. Here's the thing, games... Unless you have, like, a very specific appeal, games will always die. I mean, one day Counter-Strike will die. It's just sad, but it's true. It will happen at some point. It's going to occur. I gotta say, I did like having Uber on the desk. But then I like Uber, like... He's very fun. Oh, Bob did something. Did he? I'm not too sure he did.
I guess with Diva's new high level of mobility, it's less ridiculous, I think, to play this sort of strategy. But I do feel
I tend to say that League will live for a long while. Something will come out and replace League eventually. League's done very well though. I mean, Dota's kind of on its downward slump. But here's the thing, dying has always been... Dying is great for YouTube clicks, right? I mean, I literally titled the Valorant video like, you know, is this going to kill Overwatch and Counter-Strike? Or is it this the Overwatch and Counter-Strike killer? Question mark. And it's like, that's great for YouTube. It's fantastic for YouTube. It's absolutely clickbait. You've got to use those strategies or no one watches your video, so what the fuck is the point? It's... Games die, but it's generally a rate of like how fast are they doing it, right? That's always the thing we got to watch for. Overwatch, I think, will die a slow death, but you'll just see like the pro scene will just kind of go very soon. I think next year the pro scene's just going to go and just collapse and implode because there's no way that you can support it with all the tier 1 talent's going to be looking at Valorant, and I'm sure Riot have looked at Overwatch League and looked at the salaries and looked at all that and gone, we can probably match that and do better. So Valorant will probably look very enticing for most of them to make a new career out of it. There might be some other games coming out that people can look at as well. The other thing that's going to be happening next year is that, like, people are going to be fatigued from the travel. I think the travel this year, like, we're in week 5, and, you know, illness is rife in the Overwatch League. And, like, by all accounts, hosting the homestands apparently is very tiring because the teams that host it have to do more. They have to do, like, meet and greets, and they have to do all this extra stuff alongside the homestand itself. They don't just get to scrim and play. They have to, like, do all the practice, the walkouts and stuff like that, do all the media stuff to promote it, which players hate doing generally. So that's going to be tiring. And we're looking at, like, well, week 5, and I keep highlighting this, but it's so pertinent. We're week 5 out of week 27. Not 27 more weeks of this. It's going to be so tiring. That's YouTube algorithm. Someone literally asked, I think, in it, is like, why is everyone titling their videos the same? It's like, it's the algorithm, dude. The key to all YouTube. Here's the secret of YouTube that I learned from the man himself. And he's absolutely 100% goddamn right on it. It's all about related videos. What you want is a popular video, and then your video appears at the top related one, and people will generally click off that popular video onto your related one. And eventually your video will be the popular video, and then everyone will start mimicking you. And you have to mimic YouTube's overall style because the algorithm goes, this style of thumbnail is popular. I'm going to promote your video. And that's why everything looks the same. It's stupid. We've got a game going. let's talk about the game. I've been distracted. I do like these Widowmaker duels. Like, it's so much about position. So London take high ground. Building some ults. Krillin's good to go. Another beauty of an anti-nade, actually. Yaki's in so much trouble. I love just the random Lucio flying around, and yeah, now it's time to go. There's the nano. I'm going to check this at like 2x speed because I want to see something. What we're going to do is we're going to compare Krillin's ult charge to Gangnam Jin's because I think that is the main difference between these two teams at this point. Okay, so scanning Sombra. And all we're looking at is the ult charge of Krillin, the ult charge of Gangnam Jin. Alright, Krillian's already... Well, they're about equal now.
Now rest of London. He's gonna take a slow saunter.
Because I think London's plan is to take high ground, Flora rotate away into the corner, and then they just want to try and build this ult as much as possible. Bernard's being annoying, generating a ton of ult charge though. And now Krillin's pulled like way ahead. Krillin's like twice as far ahead. And it definitely feels like Gargoyle is not doing much in these games. Right? Bernard being proactive and aggressive is feeding into Krillin. And I'm sure, you know, it's feeding slightly into BQB, but like Infrasight, you know where they are. You don't need Infrasight on this map, on this point. It's... Because once you get that nano, if you get it way ahead of your opponent, like, yeah, stuff like this happens where you can just send the Rhine in and get value.
Forced to contest off essentially one sightline. There's no subterfuge there. There's no other alternate way to peek. So Blister's just camping that sightline, and at some point BQB's got to take a chance. You can't fault him for that, but just tactical play from London, and oh no, this could be an absolutely massive stagger onto Gargoyle. Gargoyle only at 7%
1 second.
on his mech suit. Could be an opening here if he's finding a bit of pistol spam. That might enable him to remech.
I think Gargoyle will be fine, 90%. Although there is still a very, very tiny window here. 96.
So yeah, this is danger. I mean, Florida have a lot of ults. But Spitfire definitely want to play around this Blizzard. Blizzard completely invalidates this. Cryon's ult just can't do anything. He got one hit. That's all he did. Gross Earth Shadow. Not sure what Glister was doing there. He just kind of stood out in the middle of nowhere. Oh, he was trying to get into line of sight for Krillin. Krillin's in the left side tunnel. And I think he just wanted to get some heals, but really icky position. Hey, go, showing up. Really feels like Gang Nanjin's the linchpin of this team at the moment. Maybe I'm biased towards Ana players. I do like my Ana players, but...
Blister should have a big advantage. That Infrasight advantage makes a huge difference in the Widow duel, so BQB is going to have to play defensive, wait that one out.
I learned that from a Pokemon YouTuber? Yeah. Like, there's a reason why all YouTube looks the same. And it'll sometimes change radically. Like these days, YouTube favors it's always favored like big faces, now really big faces, and like a single big word is the way with YouTube. It's a shame because I enjoy like coming up with like creative thumbnail styles that sort of stand out. I like my sort of very clean, like big white lettering, monocolor background, single character, that kind of thing. But it just YouTube doesn't like it as much as some other stuff, so it's like, what's the point? Whoop. Yep. Whoa, Gang Nanjin. I mean, this is the D.Va just being all over. Another nano. Jesus. How does Gang Nanjin got another one? He used it at the start of the previous fight. He's just built one more. Lad's going insane. He needs more arrows. I'm not sure arrows are actually as popular as they used to be. Whoop! Oh, that hurts. Earthshadow to J-Mac gets nothing. J-Mac just gets controlled, and that should be over.
Once again asserting his dominance in the sniper duel on a versus Widow. That's not how you expect this to go. Now, sleeping Bernard, they might try and turn this into a...
This is a stall in the making, yeah. They gonna stall it? No? No. Kind of think they should have gone for that.
First point, Glister looked like a little stronger, but BQB has a great understanding of the second point sidelines.
This is a caster trap, which is the like he's highlighting, hey, BQB's doing so well in this sniper duel at the moment. It's like, is he? I think BQB's been kind of quiet, it feels like from what you would expect out of a Widow. Like, yeah, it feels to me more like BQB's just been hiding, and then Gang Namjoon's been actually doing things. BQB's just like hiding out back here 90% of the time. It's fine. He's drawing attention. He's like creating pressure by just existing, which is always good. But feels like the credit's gone to the wrong place there. Sound barrier, nice, easy. Oh, Yucky, was he? Yeah, no, he was in there. Just got headshot to death by Shui. Nice. Like, these widows feel kind of inconsequential on this point, which isn't too surprising, to be honest. The widows just kind of exist and deny sightlines. Cracking block. JMac's just been dominant in this Ryan versus Ryan. Oh, Reinhardt, no. Like, you'd think it would, like, you know, that it crawls up this thing, but no, it doesn't. It does nothing. JMac has been doing so well. Like, you can really feel Karayan's desperation here as well, of just like, oh, fuck. The thing is, I think he's actually okay. He's not, like, doomed. Is he anti? No, he's got plus healing. And he panic shatters. And then goes in for, like, the super aggro charge, and then backs into the wall again. During all of this, Gangnam Jim actually had line of sight. Like, he could actually keep healing. I think he just broke LOS for a second, and there we go. There's the D.Va interfering. JMac's absolutely dominant here. London just looked pound for pound stronger. Like, still not sure how it stacks up between BQB and Glister. Like, Glister seems to be doing okay. He's no birdering. Oh, they're playing for blades. Got the McGriff. No Junkrat in case of Symmetra play. Feels bad, man. Always nice to see the Junkrat come out. But for last year, it was amazing on Ryan. Muma is washed up. Muma has never impressed me with his Ryan. I've never been big on Muma as a main tank.
Welcome to Overwatch.
Hey! Thank you, Azretha, for the gifted sub. Straight to point. No art building. Nothing fancy. Oh! Like, Bernard is so proactive and gets out. And gets healed. They should even up the healing deficits. Nice. JMac should be dead? Yep. This is the DPS popping off a little bit. Just popping off ahead of the enemy. Always good. Whoa. 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 Oh. Nano, frozen, charged, team up. Step right up. Ooh. This feels like stalling.
Welcome to Overwatch.
Hey, Azretha. Jesus, Azretha. So generous. He was good. He's a good Winston. He knows how Winston functions. I've never been a fan of his Ryan. I'll give his Winston a pass, but I never, like, he sometimes gets treated as like, oh, he's one of the greatest players. I don't buy that. I think there's always been better tanks than him. Like your streaming community, everyone's welcome to join it. There's a lot of nice people here. I'm very appreciative. Who do you think is the best Ryan in the league? We haven't seen some Rhines play, so it feels unfair. I don't want to say Sado. No, Sado is interesting this year because Sado has no fear. He ults like on cooldown and trusts his team. That's kind of fun. So sometimes he looks really stupid. Sometimes he looks like a goddamn genius. It's great. I don't think it's him though. I don't actually know. I've never been huge on power rankings. I always find that there's so many things that go into what makes someone good or not. And I'm always paranoid that I'll just forget someone completely. And just say someone, and then someone goes, "What about so-and-so?" And you're like, "Oh, shit, yeah, how could I forget them?" It's like, "Oh, Fledder is the best DPS player in the league." And it's like, dude, what year is it? And you're like, "Oh, wait, no, Carpe exists. Profit exists." I like him as a tank player, I know there's better tank players. It's fine. We're allowed to have weird obsessions. This is going real nice for Florida. How's this going so nice for Florida? What's happened? They got first point without using any ults. They have all the ults they need for the second point. London have like half of what they need, but they have some stall tools. Alright, they got the Blizzard, they got the Diva Bomb, they can do things, they have Sound Barrier almost online. That's tragic. So there's the Blizzards. Stalling. Diva Bomb. Just put in an awkward place. Stall. Sanguinar still in spawn. That's so unfortunate that he died. He can just be earth shattered if needed. There it is. There's the earth shatter. Gets Glister. If Glister doesn't die, that's actually pretty big. Glister needs to wake the fuck up though. That's Doomfist. Doomfist. What? Just random. Hey, so get out of the way. Love it. Love it. It's still enough. It's still enough because Doomfist. Doomfisted. He Doomfisted well. Jamak needs to get the hell off that ball though. Yeah, there we go. Oh. Yeah, okay. Like, there's no Blizzard safety net this time. Yaki is so far ahead as well. If Florida just build like 1 or 2 Meralts, they should be fine. And honestly, they could probably just like get in position, go aggro, nano carrion, challenge London to like, hey, do something. There it is. Nano on May instead. Awkward. It's not as bad as last week with Raucous. Still hurts to see. You really want that Nano Rhine. It happens. Barrier damage. Bullying. I mean, it's still like, they can't do anything. They can only just like wait this out. The Blizzard is the big thing. The Blizzard is the thing. And that Diva is not in place. So yeah. Like, Bernard's gonna get frozen. Killed. Almost got J-Mac coming around that corner. But the Mei existing is just so oppressive to the Rhine. And there we go. The Hibiscus run got lifted? Yes, pretty much. I mean, they were pretty much cross paths as well. Like, the Mei was kind of on Rhine's back and really needs to sort of just stay out the goddamn way. It's still not a big deal. Like, the net result is the same no matter what, which is that it forces the enemy to use their ulti. So it's forcing a response. And then because you have Blizzard and they don't, they're on the point to contest you, Blizzard. They have to scramble. Mei's got to freeze someone. In this case, it was the Diva, and yeah, that's it. Because that gets Glister as well, that's kind of strange. Now, by this point, honestly, it's kind of over, I think. Has Mei got nerfed yet or not? What was Mei's last nerf? She got something.
Welcome to Overwatch, mon chéri.
Oh,
Only good evening.
But remember, they had such success with
Did
this
you
composition
feel it,
on
Todd?
Helios earlier as it enabled them to get that early
The
lead.
fire rises. Sorry,
We'll see if they
quoting
can
old
work
movies.
that magic on the Doomfist again. Though London, not with a Sombra to scout, they could be punished if they commit with this Widow coming too far to spawn.
That looks like they might actually just.
Near and dear to my heart. It is a
Yeah.
reunion of sorts. Shui, Yaki, and Gangnam Jin, all one time.
Florida.
Away. Probably, in fact, arguably the very
I mean, they can deal with the Widow. Like, Glisser's gonna have to swap pretty much immediately, so it wastes some time.
fantastic organization.
And I can say you always play your hardest playing against former teammates, trying to show them who is boss, who the real carry was on that last team.
They're looking. Someone surely presses tab at this point. Glisser turns around and goes right the fuck back to spawn.
Switch off
Yeah.
Widowmaker, just too vulnerable to the dive.
Straight away.
Up in this flank, he's trying to predict London's
I mean, it's bought some time.
able to start the fight
Great.
without the
You
lead.
bought,
Mobility,
20 seconds.
how the fight
Good job.
Spitfire's taking a lot of time right now in the swaps. Understandable, but this is a win for Florida already, and they haven't even fired a shot. Now, though, firing some shots, looking for J-Mac.
Tried to stun the Doomfist, didn't get him.
Man, though, don't full commit. They're gonna back out. They're gonna wait for the Spitfire to rotate.
My question is, when London's objective here is just get on the point, and then it's like up to Florida to do something, because Florida just cannot stay and fight them.
fight, and now the flank comes in from
Florida just wants to be annoying. Oh, gargoyle, dead.
Out, Karian, taken out by Bernard. A little bit of an overextend.
I am so not sold on this comp. I am so not sold on this comp.
Krillin really making the difference.
There's so many ways it goes wrong.
so could be bigger. Glisser forced to
It's a fast EMP, but
few, but
I mean, yeah, Yucky's dead. What kills anyone now?
be enough.
Yaki could be the one thing that can turn this around, but it would be a tough ask, and no more Yaki ending up falling there.
Do you have any more of those meme highlight videos planned? Yes, I do. They're just like the way I wanted to do them, and the reward for doing them was just not worth it.
The struggle here is that BQB went for a desperation EMP.
It's also just easy to it's easy to do something like that and just feel really discouraged because it takes hours and hours and hours to put together,
Answers to that, the Florida Mayhem. They've got a lot of aggressive potential, but sometimes the sound barrier
and then it kind of doesn't have the result that you kind of hope, and it's just like,
What to be fearless. Oh, speaking of
they'll be back in one form or another.
takes down two. What a momentum shift for the Florida Mayhem.
All right, well, you can't drop the beat if you're dead. So
Yeah, that. I mean, Doomfists mightily,
all of that, London charging onto point with their Reaper.
It just let
but now gets hacked, and
Counter to all of that,
this goddamn hero.
onto point with their Reaper.
it just let
Not only does he delete 2 people instantaneously with the nano boost, without ulting himself, by the way, he also has 450 hit points.
oh, speaking of
Technically, he has 900 hit points. Let's be real.
what a momentum shift for the Florida Mayhem.
All right, well, you can't drop the beat if you're dead. So, Singular, gonna have to start with only 15 seconds on the clock. This could be a delay.
That's.
Ends there. London's chances to cap
You want to know why I'm interested in Valorant? That's why.
Raw wrestling energy if I ever saw it.
Valorant doesn't seem to have a dude who just appears out of nowhere, has 900 effective hit points, and deletes 2 people.
Real tough spot. J-Mac hacked. Dispatch gone. And
Would Sty let you put one on his channel? Probably not, because he has his own Overwatch League content going at the moment. Oh my god, Gargoyle ate Shui's ult as well. That's desperation.
Dispatch gone.
This might be the rookie factor, and like panic. He just like dashes in and tries to ult, and Gargoyle's just like, nope.
What even eat the blizzard? Stop.
How do you even stop that?
This is just brutal.
Yeah.
for Florida Mayhem. There's absolutely no
You boop him as he tries to come in, and then everyone scatters, I guess?
pressure. Great play on the Diva to secure this final fight and make it easy. Bernard
I think the realistic answer is you don't.
enough right in front
You
of
just
them.
die,
They got all their ultimates available.
The hacks continue
and you go, oh, they spent nano boosts, and Doomfist killed 2 people. I guess they won that fight.
coming out from Mayhem.
Yeah, especially Yaki on that Doomfist. Not able to make it work on first point, but they do hold it down on second, and without giving up 3-3 with the Nano. Ooh,
You sleep him? There to Moira.
doesn't even need to land a shot here. Just cleaving through those squishies with the Nano boost.
They can
Catch Lucio an uppercut.
I mean, the turnaround that Doomfist players would have is, well, how do you stop a Widowmaker doing that? You know, how do you stop a Widowmaker headshot? And the argument I will make is it's much harder for a Widowmaker to land a headshot than it is for a Doomfist to land in the middle of your team and hit 2 buttons.
here for the Spitfire, whether it be a win or draw.
There's a lot more in terms of like, hey, barriers exist, Diva exists, Diva doesn't exist for that. Barriers don't exist for that.
Tough, though. They're gonna have to secure this first point. We've seen many teams fall, and with only 2:30 on the time bank, you're only gonna have a couple real chances at a team fight. You know, London, if they can start building up a bank of ultimates and snowballing you properly, then it's gonna be really rough on this attack.
My opinions on the balance of Doomfist remain unchanged. Let's put it that way. Okay, it's slow. So this is like old school. This is old school, but without the old school kind of approach to this. Like, this is how Goats used to kind of play, right? Everyone kind of runs to the left, and then you try and like intercept them on the way to the left, and like block them off with like a diva would like come charging out of this hole here and like boot people out, and then you'd have a big fight here. Don't really have a big fight here anymore. You just sort of let them go this way. I'm gonna rotate round. They're gonna play the doorway. They're gonna rotate. They're gonna play the doorway.
J-Mac setting up on the high ground right on top of them. This time the rotation is not a surprise. J-Mac watching carefully. He might be able to dive in for an
You can kind of see both ways. There we go. Should be a lot of damage. I love the safety here, actually. This is really cool. Using the Maywall to stop them, and then he just takes a swing, and he's just collecting like tons of ult charges. He hits multiple people. Fire strike. He's not looking for anything. You know, he's not like going as hard as he can. He's not going super aggro. He's just collecting charge and doing damage, and that gives Banar a chance to get a finishing blow. Without that Ana, they can't do anything. And that Ana can't get to them. Like, they have to go left here. Yeah, they have to go back out. They have to just leave. That's so good! Because they can't do anything with that Ana in the choke point. It's so difficult to get through this like first choke point on Horizon. You'd have held M1 there, not against a pros team. Oh, come on, let the diva through. I just kill him. I mean, it's a play. I don't think it's the play. What the fuck, Florida? That was the single dumbest thing I think I've ever seen a pro team do. What we're gonna do is we're gonna have a 5 versus 6 on the point. So what we want you to do, Gargoyle, is go and just die on the high ground while we all run to the point. Spitfire's just like, sure. Thanks for the free kill, assholes, and then just kills them. I mean, at least Banar's out of mech, but he should be back in it by the time they get to the point again. Nano on both sides. Yaki should have Blizzard a touch earlier. Banar's definitely going to get his mech back. There we go. So we've got this high ground little contest. The difference maker here could be sound barrier. Like, Sanguinar has nothing, so it'll take him a while to get that charge. There's the Blizzard. Okay, Shaki's Blizzard. That makes more sense. Shui should ult in a second. Very nice. Cost them quite a lot, though it does leave them pretty much on even footing. Like, sound barrier is going to be the big difference maker. Sanguinar goes down early, and Sanguinar hasn't been like, he's been a quiet Lucio. You know, he hasn't been like proactive. He's just been functional. Oh, the didn't block. Doesn't get anything. This is a problem. This diva will just, yeah. It's so obnoxious. Banar's dead. Ooh, no. Earthshadow landed? Yeah. Karion's hit. There's a sound barrier. They can't get onto him, though. There's the nano. They're doing it! I think Jake needed a little bit more juice on that final. They're doing it! He used to be like, they're doing it! Oh my god! Florida! Unbelievable! I've never seen, no one's ever done this in the history of Overwatch League. But now going down there is kind of distressing. It's a... Yeah, the shadow's great. It's just kind of out of juice. Especially like once Glister goes.
On the ground, both teams tooth and nail.
I mean, Glister should be like, now's your time, son. Now's your time. But no, he's just, ugh.
QB on the point. Florida Mayhem, they're doing it.
Florida Mayhem bring it back.
I like Jake ZP. I do like Jake ZP. I think it's a good mixture.
2-1 striking back in the series.
These beautiful Texans. Gorgeous. Okay.
So taking
Everyone's favorite map.
so much space on this map.
Sniper Heaven. Rialto. Ooh. Ooh. Is that a Zarya I spy? I do miss the days of the pharmacy defense, where you have Farah and Mercy just flying above the spawn and just shooting down. That's so fun. It's so satisfying to watch. It seems to be a nightmare. You have just Widowmaker on one side, Pharmacy floating around on the other. Where do you go? What do you do? How do you leave spawn? It's how Shanghai Dragons won a season.
Understand how dangerous he is, and they're trying to neutralize the threat without overcommitting. So that's the mark of an experienced team with good coaching. But Glister, he has so much space on this map. It's going to be much more difficult for Gargoyle to
Okay. The old spawn camperino. Why not? Gives you 2 fights no matter what.
Yeah, Glister, though, taking an icicle to the face, it seems, who almost sniped down, but getting supported by his team. Trying to lay in the headshots here, but BQB, he will outdamage on the shield as the fight goes long. So Glister,
Yeah, he just has to be a little bit careful with like the Mei spam. Like even if BKB hits him,
needs to find a pick.
like I think that was a headshot.
He will outdamage on the shield as the fight goes long. So Glister,
Look at this distance, it's just like
resistance on the Widowmaker.
boosh, 70 damage. Yeah.
It's a long sightline, but the man has been doing a really nice job of keeping Blister back, not giving up any pickoffs, and they've gotten a lot of payload progress as a result.
It's annoying, it's not life threatening.
Fighting these squishies, they're doing a great job keeping their heads down low behind the card, using that cover.
Yeah, the big thing for here is JMac just needs to make sure his barrier doesn't go down, and yeah, that's sleep dart. That's sleep dart though.
The card, using that cover and
Crying gets slapped, and then everyone's just like, oh fuck,
driving
boosh.
forward here. Glister,
Glister's Widow has been sick. His McCree seems middling. His Widow seems good.
no shield to block the Widow. It's gonna be a retreat.
It's what they're
What a pity.
waiting for the entire time. Yeah,
What a goddamn shame that ain't gonna keep up for next week. Though Spitfire aren't playing next week, are they? No, they're not. So hey,
Though it's gonna buy the minimum
Glister
amount of
dodges.
time, of course.
He dodges nimbly the ban.
Glister, this imprecise
Oh ho 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 ho. Oh ho 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 ho.
big damage on the Crying.
I'm liking Glister. I'm liking these juicy left mouse button
Now
clicks.
they're backing on out. They don't want to overextend their hand.
Yeah, they gotta be super careful. I mean,
great job playing his angle on the card, but Bernard
Overextend their hand.
it's one of these interesting things of just like isolate the McCree. The moment that Gargoyle takes his eye off, BKB's taking damage for something as well.
Backing on out.
What chunks him?
Don't want to overextend.
Oosh. I'm guessing that's like a right click from Shui or something, and someone just calls like, hey, McCree, McCree, McCree,
Mayhem doing some
cowboy, cowboy, cowboy.
signals on the card, but Bernard uses the Inversight to catch off BQB.
They also use Nano on the J-Mac. They go a little bit far forward after healing up. And again, not going crazy.
These like he can't do anything with the nano as well. Like even if he wants to, dropping his barrier against Glister just feels like suicide.
They go a little bit far forward.
Like he's dropped his barrier to take a few swings, and then it's just like, there's this angry French woman
Crazy here, giving Blister
staring down a gun barrel at me.
opportunities. This is methodical from the Spitfire, but it's definitely working.
Glister is producing even when he can't find those picks. As you said, he's putting heavy pressure on Ryan, forcing him to keep his shield up 24/7. And on Ryan, that's not what you want. You want to be trading those hammer swings, trying to charge up your shatter, being a little bit greedy. But with Glister's performance so far in the series, you can't blame
It's an odd choice out of Gargoyle.
He needs to keep his
I think he
eye
just
on
wants to get to the the left side so he can take high ground.
That's just not possible.
Spitfire already draining.
Fast push.
Block. A Blizzard ready to go.
Should be like a juicy nano this fight as well.
Next fight. We get
There's the May walls. There's the Blizzard. Everyone gets out. Takes some space. Really doesn't get them much though. Bernard even like contesting the point, and Gargoyle, like no one is contesting Glister. The only person who seems to be contesting Glister is Yaki, and that like Bernard is being so much better about getting onto BQB and being a problem for BQB than Gargoyle doing anything.
Ryan staying ahead on the Ryan trade.
They're really trying to throw every bit of poke towards
We need to start a movement to fire Gargoyle.
Jake. It's not working.
Save Florida.
I'll just keep healing him. I can do this all day.
BQB gonna
You know, I don't think there's any save in Florida.
I think he just needs to dual Glister.
There's the nanos. Shui still has his ult. Like, if they're even slightly worried about this, Shui can just ult.
Get much on the Florida side. Crying now.
So he's fine. Like, they're fine.
Shatter? I got a shatter for you.
And the longer that Karayan wants to play aggressively, the more that Glister just nails people.
Man might have lost their opportunity.
Someone could like look at Bernard. Look at what Bernard's doing. He's doing diva things. Look, he's in the enemy backline, fearless, harassing, causing problems, bringing ult charge back to Krillin. Krillin's going Sensubin, and then he's fine again, and then it's all great. He's feeling good. He's been buffed in season 3. Everyone wants to play Krillin these days. You should throw a rock at someone. Goddamn amazing ability. It's a little bit of Dragon Ball Fighters humor. Hey, BQB's arrived. Just look at where Bernard is. Look at where Gargoyle is. Bernard is causing so many more problems. Oh, almost booped Yaki into it. I think he just got booted behind the barrier. Oh, what? Really? Jesus, he locked out. Gargoyle seems like such dead weight, and like having a iffy diva. Maybe he doesn't play diva and like needed to pick it up for this season. There's a tracer. Still, I mean, they've done what they needed. It's an overtime. Krillin punches May to death. Krillin's actually like sniping away. Krillin's actually uncontested, just sniping. No. Yeah, London now have to like get all their ult charge back, which is kind of annoying. They also don't have the threat of Glister's Widow. He's back on the McCree, which just seems less scary overall. Good anti, as usual, as we've come to expect from Gangnam Jin. Just been playing very well. There's some quiet Lucios. Like, standout players seem to be J-Mac, Bernard. Like, Bernard's really woken up in this last half, I'd say. It's kind of quiet at the start. Now, it just seems to be really establishing dominance. Gargoyle seems terrified of doing anything. And now Bernard just seems really active. Like, he's doing things. Gargoyle's just a walking defense matrix. Bernard's an actual diva player. Oh, that's a scary bomb though. Doesn't get anything. They get J-Mac. They've cleared enough space. Oh, they nano Gargoyle. Oh, he's asleep. And again, the moment the Glister moves onto this McCree, he just goes silent. Right? There's just nothing on the kill feed anymore. On the bright side, we've got a Widowmaker point coming up, so there it is. There it is, back on the Widow.
Exactly what the Florida Mayhem needed to do to get some chances on this third point. They were able to rush through second very, very quickly. Solid team fights, even if that first one took a while. They got it done in the end.
That's what you have to do after having a really tough point A. You have to rebound quickly on point B. Now there's a chance to get the map completion.
However, the challenge is
they could try and use Deadeye to like take this little bit of ground, because this is very annoying to deal with. There's the Deadeye. Create some space. Gets him to the tower at the very least. Use that for a little bit of line of sight block, but there it is. There's Glister. Suddenly he's back. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
I mean, at these long ranges, Glister is just going to have opportunities. He's going to have chances to take your head, and you know, he's just been a player.
Oh, is he going to be a sad place next week? Yeah, there's no Widow. The waifu is absent. Feels bad, man. No point. Just no point to watch. It's ruined. Can't believe they cancelled Overwatch League. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Oh, almost. Like the infra site is just so much pressure. They just can't lead the spawn. There's the nano. Just going to jump out. Blizzard to even cancel that even further. Gargoyle goes down. That's an odd sound, but hurry! Oh, that was free as hell as well.
That puts Florida in a tough spot.
Oh, this is just pressure coming off Glister.
And Chris committing the sound barrier there.
Imagine if Gargoyle did something. Wouldn't that be cool? Wouldn't that be interesting if Gargoyle actually like ever left his team
Someone's gonna have to outduel Blister.
and just like flew away and actually started fighting this Widowmaker one-on-one
One good thing here for the man, though, Jake. They were able
and
to
just
trade one
did something.
It's 20 seconds left remaining. They still need multiple fights, but they do have a chance as they head into
Imagine that world.
Spitfire.
Imagine this incredible looking color scheme being wasted on a team like this.
As the Blizzard at the ready, BQB on the side, Glister, the defensive Widow. Multiple threats on all ends, but now the fight begins. Yaki waiting, Karai moving forward. Under
Okay, Yaki has Blizzard as well. They can use it to like take some more ground.
go, Gargoyle waiting.
Diva Bomb cancels aggression. Oh no, Yaki does get the ult out, but without the multi-freeze, Blizzard is just a lot weaker.
For BQB to find
Oh ho ho.
Blister watching, waiting for his opportunity.
Oh oh.
He's looking for a little bit more, and oh, Florida.
Yep. Enjoy that battle.
Blister just producing
Really feeling the difference. Like this is all coming down to tanks.
trying to hold at the spawn and fighting back strong.
If Florida can find a way to force Glister onto McCree every time,
On their
they'll
attack,
probably be winning.
nothing is guaranteed here on Havana. The Mayhem, Jake, they're taking the fight right to the Spitfire's front door.
BQB though learned his lesson. Gonna start off on the Widow, probably assuming that the duel is gonna come through, and Florida trying to hold the
Tracer. Oof.
BQB already under a little bit of pressure. Glister,
Reason 372 why Tracer doesn't get played.
Florida Mayhem
Tracer versus Widow, not the fight you would expect it to be at this level.
round here coming in from London. That's gonna put a
Yeah, like London proactive,
shots, but
busy doing things.
at all no
They want to try and get pressure on BQB as well. Like BQB has to reposition. They're occupying him. He can't just stay there firing shots. He has to think carefully about where he is.
slept. Little bit of opportunity, Glister.
Oh, perfect.
Okay, Anna, special alert to Glister, but he doesn't want to go for it there, Jake.
Blister
I'll be shocked if Glister stays on this Tracer for super long, but
to force Florida Mayhem into a
it's actually causing some problems.
out. This second point is gonna
Diva takes the high ground.
moving past the first checkpoint or the first choke.
Can Tracer get round here
Now gonna have a lot
easily?
more defensible sight lines. It's
She blinked from the window over there, maybe.
BQB looking for anything right
Still gonna be annoying. There she goes. She's going like around the right side now.
just around to go. More threats to worry about.
There's the Diva. Oh look, Bernard's in the back line.
BQB in real danger. That one, Bernard got to the back.
Look at what Gargoyle never did.
Duel heading onto the back, and Bernard now pretty deep behind enemy lines. As Glister goes in, gets the stick.
So good. That is so much better than what Florida are doing.
And now it's time for Glister to potentially reign supreme.
It's just a steady dismantling, and
Anything, although
it could go wrong.
he could be exactly
Don't get me wrong, it's not over, but
I think is at least
actually like losing slowly.
but the Mayhem have far more numbers.
This Tracer should be a bit of a problem.
At the very least, we'll have to wait before fully committing again.
gonna have to
Spawn distances on this map are kind of weird, so it should be about even at the moment.
getting more healing out.
BQB's on the McCree. Okay, that makes sense. Yaki's moved off the May onto the Tracer, though. That's huge.
On the Tracer, going to a desperation swap, so without a May, it's gonna be tough for
Like,
Glister to survive this blitz.
who's he gonna fight here?
Back time though, J-Mac dropping the shatter, knocks down two. He looked at the clock.
There's the Blizzard, and that should be it.
Enough to let him use self-destruct. Up and over it goes. He's gonna get
Kill Orion at least. Come on, guys.
J-Mac though still
They think.
behind.
Oh, the hubris. The hubris of Spitfire.
Gargoyle alive, enough to let him use
Look at this. It's like, oh, someone else will finish it. Oh, someone else will finish it. Oh, Bernard, I'm gonna go get the health pack. Oh, someone else will finish it, and then Orion just gets nanoed and he's full health again.
Krillin gets caught, and the Mayhem turn the fight.
The full freeze comes into Karai.
That's hubris.
Able to keep him alive. Buy time for Yaki to produce on that Tracer. Pulse bomb comes through from Glister, but finds nothing, and it's gonna be a
The fact that they didn't win off that Blizzard is actually huge because they should be able to get another one at the very least. And there's nothing to kind of slow them down.
That shatter coming in from J-Mac.
The challenge now, though, is that Mayhem, they find themselves
And I think the value that Yaki brings is going to be limited,
especially going to struggle.
especially now that Glister swapped to the McCree.
For Sanguinar, it's going to be very easy for him to challenge. And again, a huge nano boost advantage for Krillin as well. Support ults so crucial in breaking.
Like, what does Yaki do here?
Spitfire now have to worry about time.
It's good patience, but
Remaining. They can't get through point
you know,
leads.
doing 40 damage to an Ana.
Yaki hanging out in the back. Under
Banana doing exactly what, like, this is what Diva looked like for like the last 2 seasons. which is hanging around by the supports, anti-nade, Tracer appears, D.Va just puts defense metrics on the supports. Right, this is 90% of D.Va's gameplay last 2 seasons. But seems comfortable. Must feel like home again. Oh, we've got Electric Cowboy. BQB cannot stay out there, yeah. Pulse Bomb, being fair, killing Sanguinar, especially after the sound barrier is gone. I don't think much changes, to be honest. It's press Q. Oh no, Sanguinar is absent, guys. The player who does nothing. Oh, now you're trying Gargoyle. Now you're gonna fight Glister. Glister's like, who's this? There's a D.Va on the map? There's a D.Va on the enemy team? I didn't notice. Jeez. Looks like so Krillin swapped to the Moira, I think, just to like try and get back faster. There we go. There's a swap back to the Ana. Kind of curious to see, like, are you gonna stay on that really? Like, Nano Boost is just way too valuable at the moment. Didn't get the sound barrier off? He did get the sound barrier off, I'm pretty sure. I saw some blue. There it is, look, there's some blue. He didn't get it on everyone, but he got it on enough people. And then he explodes. And I'm sure, like, you know, it feels really good when you stick a Lucio, because Lucios aren't easy to put pulse bombs on, let me tell you. But that feel-good feeling is going to end immediately. Sanguinar should be, like, jumping on those pulse bombs. He should be like, get down, Mr. President! Protecting the more valuable teammates. Like Krillin. The most valuable teammate. He knows the Kienzon and Solar Flare. I'm a nerd. Ooh, scary. Whoa! Did he... Gemma's been slept. Karion's frozen, perhaps stunned. Glister finally gets this Deadeye. Where the hell did this Deadeye come from? Just in the back line. Everyone's so focused on J-Mac. Great job, again, by Bernard. Notice Bernard comes in here. Isolates the Ana, bumps back the Mei. No one can shoot Glister. Boosh. You do a Krillin home count. It's me. One of my favourite lines in the British series is, you know, it's me, Krillin, everybody's friend. Okay, like Bernard has a D.Va bomb, so he's gonna play super aggro. Korea, like, it must be so frustrating playing Ryan at this meta, because it's just like, oh, Nano, yeah, and the Mei starts freezing you, and it's just like, okay, fun's over. And yeah, London don't have to engage this. Now it's time. There's the D.Va bomb. That's gonna... Okay, no. Misread the animation. Ooh, pressure. Hey! Hey, Florida! J-Mac oversteps his bounce. Runs to the wrong side of the payload. Can't be healed. No help. No support. No life. Dead. Vegeta, like, I've been editing Dragon Ball Fighters footage, and one of my favorite things is to add the goddamn abridged series stuff. Like, Jesus, do I enjoy that way too much. There's the Kefla clip I put out recently with the Vegeta, no, Vegeta, yes! It's just like so satisfying. Where is it? It should be pretty high up. There's Valorant. There's Tracer. There it is. I love this speedy lass. I do love that speedy lass. Like, Kefla is just the most satisfying bullshit. Unfortunately, unfortunately, Twitter has like the worst video encoding. Just this guy loves spamming his super. Adores it. Oh, I fucked it. I tried to rewind something on Twitter. That's what I get. That's what I get. Like, I like these minute-long clips. They're fun to make. Just fucking my super. Going into Kefla. Getting behind him.
What the hell are you doing?
Miss. Got him. And then he just gets desperate. And it's just like, fuck you. Oh god, it feels so good when people miss shit like that. Dead. Oh, I love it. I love Dragon Ball FighterZ. It's so good. Kefla has a command dash. Basically means you can cross the screen instantaneously, and it is immune while doing so. It's hilarious. It's absolutely hilarious. Very unsafe if the enemy is kind of prepared for it, but so fun. The amount of times you just end up behind someone as they're doing something stupid. Nice. Clean. 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 Let's see where Gargoyle is during this time. Gargoyle's job is to contest the hit scan DPS. Gargoyle is in the middle of fucking nowhere. Final Fantasy VII. Oh, I need to try the demo of that. I don't know if I want to try the demo of that or not. I'll just leave it unspoiled. I've only ever played like half of Disc 1 of Final Fantasy VII. I remember renting it as a kid and just sort of getting a bit bored. Oh, corner peeking. It looks good. It looks fun. I hope it's a good game. Oh. This is really awkward. Like, oh, Yaki's got no ice block as well. Which means if Yaki wants to contest, we will just kill him with Blizzard. That's so bad, because Yaki can't stay there if a Blizzard goes through. Yaki just has to run. There's a Desperation Shadow, there's the Blizzard, Karayan is dead, there's the Shadow. Whoop, there he goes! Might not have been the play. You could have just killed him, maybe. This is still not over. I mean, the spawns are very nearby, and that is a baby diva. There we go, Glister. There we go, he's back. Josh says careful, it's actually immune, but what happens is you get hits. Yeah, you just end up on the other side and then someone just turns around and punches you in the back of the head and you're just like, oh fuck. The amount of, like, there's a Vegeta Blue I was fighting, he just loves spamming Big Bang Attack, and every single time he did I just command dash behind him and punched him in the head. It's great. I love this. The most unnecessary, like, shatters him. And there's just like, you know what? I don't trust my team to kill this guy. I'm just gonna take him for a ride. We're just out of here. Alright, I'm head out. J-Max just having a good time. So you guys got this. You can handle it from here. I believe in you guys. And McCree's like, what the fuck, Reinhardt? There we go, he's back. I mean, spawn distances mean that, yeah, as far as trades go, it's pretty good. See you, gone right. Thanks for hanging out. It's been my pleasure. Hopefully to entertain you even so slightly. Posted it earlier this week and went through the tutorials a bit. They seem fairly decent for a fighting game. They're still not great. I'm not going to lie. Fighting game tutorials are all garbage. You want to learn how to play Dragon Ball FighterZ? Learn how to 2H, which is your down heavy. So if someone super dashes, you 2H them. Learn a very simple combo. Generally just like the simplest as simple can be, as safe can be, is just light, light, light. So auto combo on the ground, super dash up, light, light, down heavy. So launch them higher, jump cancel, light, light, light. That's like the basic framework for every single combo in the game. You learn that, you're on a great start. And then it's just learning how to block. And you just, the whole block, you figure out how the attack string works and you go from there. It's pretty simple. You learn how to do those three things and you'll be magic. Okay, from Tekken. Oh, Jesus, yeah. No, Tekken's terrible. For tutorials, that is. I don't actually play Tekken, but I've heard it's bad. I mean, fighting game tutorials are all garbage anyway. It's a good time to pick up fighters. Really good time to pick up fighters. It's just a shame that all the DLC is so expensive. Just wait for a sale. Should be good. Somber Doom. Will I be proved wrong? I still don't believe in it. It kind of worked in the past. I mean, it worked on Ilios, so... Consider me skeptic. Why are they... What?
J-Mac traded back
What?
his first control for Florida Mayhem,
Where's my boy Bernard?
really proving very
Where's Bernard?
control ticking up for Florida.
He's doing so well.
Action soon.
I guess it's okay. Sure.
London not really taking advantage of the time that Yaki was down. Yaki already back in the fight. Glister getting decent damage.
At least some fighters aren't as bad. Dead or Alive. Dead or Alive is its own thing. Dead or Alive is Kuma the game, right? It's. I want to look at big titty ladies, and that's me. And if that's what you want, sure, go nuts. That game has you covered. But man, they want to exploit you. Nano Monkey, always good to see it, especially in a small room like that. Good lord, he's having fun. Look at the damage.
Not to be fearful, especially with the promos up.
And even with the Mei, it's just like no, no, no.
Just beating his opponents down, and the control point has been ticking up this whole
No, no,
game.
Winston,
It's so
everybody.
important. The counter pick onto J-Mac, and as you
Denied.
said, Yaki on the Doomfist, his rollout is so quick, so even though he goes down, because he puts so much damage
They want
on
to exploit you? They do.
the follow-up is through, and Yaki is back far earlier into the fight, so
Like fighting games as a business model, like it's expensive. It's really expensive, but
Do this even with the Sombra. They drop the EMP and the bomb. Glister
the trick is not to buy every single character. that to me is the trick. How did Glister? Glister?
by
Glister?
running fast characters.
and the crazy thing here, the man they
Oh, he was EMP'd. Okay.
they drop the
I mean, yeah.
Glister
Okay.
pays the price.
Feels like they could have got way more
Full bounty they would
off that in terms of time.
I mean, one pick is all you need to reset the enemy team. London Spitfire is playing composition where
Like if you just bait them to the point, then EMP do that, and it wastes a little bit more time. But yeah, okay, sure, I guess. Whoop, whoop. Oh, that's satisfying. Well,
London Spitfire doing a good job of dealing with the Doomfist. Now we'll see if they can actually get the point.
it was a risky gambit from Yaki, not paying off at all. So good on J-Mac checking his corners there, finding the mutual knockdown, and the cleanup is there, of course. From
nearly drank your paint water. Yeah, try not to do that.
advantage of both players are not
It's always a risky thing of having like a mug of tea and a mug of like, you know, your water for painting next to each other. Always a good time.
now up for the London Spitfire. That risky forward play from the Florida Mayhem might end up costing them dearly.
You know, I think back to yesterday. I think J-Mac just has
Then getting first cat with dive is so good. It's real nice for them with the Sombra because it lets them hold momentum. But it's now this is going to be hard.
Dude, the Doomfist, of course, with so much less HP.
BKB has built fast. Like he does know his way around the Sombra at the very least.
control. Mayhem,
They are playing into a blizzard though, so there's like so many ways now for London to just slow this fight down.
Mayhem, though, they do have time, and they are taking
And they have sound barrier on Sanguinar.
Yeah, I think
You could
the
just
way
play
that
in like
Kobe's
the super backlines.
initiate with the nano boost onto Karian.
Nano Doomfist.
Looks like he's getting close.
Not gonna get one shots this time.
instead. And now
Look, he gets out.
make most of it. The
Does eat the blizzard.
Boyle deals with London's control.
Sanguinar didn't.
Most of it. The Blizzard
He's getting close to it.
the nano
He sound barriered early actually.
ended up on Yaki instead.
Mostly already burned off, so
The Blizzard
still value.
Boyle deals with London's control. But Yaki ends up getting out dueled.
Yeah, I mean this is the problem with this Doomfist Sombra. Like May Reaper is just so killy. they just kill things so well.
Yaki there doesn't end up working out. He was so close to taking
BKB was known for his Sombra? Yes, he was.
able to survive.
Like he was picked up in the height of like when Sombra Doom was kind of making inroads against goats, if I remember right.
Though is with the honor with the McCree. I do think they have an
And like Sombra meta was kind of prevalent. He was like, hey, yeah, this is a really good pickup.
can be a death sentence against that flashbang.
I think it puts a lot of pressure onto J-Mac to land a good shadow.
Switching off now.
Better neutral setup, but Spitfire, they do
I mean, yeah, you're not going to get another EMP, so.
They're gonna try and catch out Karian before he can make it to the high ground, but the defensive wall.
Oh, hey, Sanguinar went for something. Nice, always good to see.
Gong on Jim as well, though, caught up in the flank, so a bit of a separation.
They got to be careful. Yeah, they got to be so careful in like moving here. But you can see like London can just gum them up and slow them down so effectively. All it's doing is buying time, waiting for something to hit.
In the flank, so a bit of a separation. Nice play from London.
Rhyme barrier's gone. BKB's dead, and
finish it off.
now it's trouble because you've got to protect that McCree as he comes back in. There's no way he can just get back on his own, surely.
McCree, he's not exactly fast.
I think they'll have no choice, and Glister.
And so Glister's just waiting. Glister just sits under them and just goes, yeah, no, jump on me.
Deadly BQB not
Oh, Gargoyle. Gargoyle, you cannot be demacked.
They're really just trying to buy time for BQB. Glister
There it is.
not waiting for it. Goes for the Death Blossom, booped on back.
All he needs is damage. There it is. Gets rid of the nano boost as well. Huge. I still think that was a little bit early out of Glister. Like I said before, the threat of the Death Blossom is more than the damage of the Death Blossom. I mean, this alone just denies them so much power on the point. But I think this is done no matter what. London have like Coalescence coming online, they have Blizzard coming online. Florida don't have those things.
Falling Krillin. Coalescence in the back. The Spitfire maintaining their advantage. The Mayhem running
Whoop.
out of time, and oh no, you hate to see that one happen. The bomb into the pits.
Yeah, the bomb just dunks in the pit.
Stall is Gargoyle, but there should be no way to win this. All 6 players still alive for London, most of them quite healthy, so Blizzard just ends the round.
Clean.
From taking the Reaper.
You don't like diving this map? I don't like Sombra Doom. I'm so not sold on the comp.
It's tired. It's old. London.
I need to look at the stat tracker and see like the win rate. I imagine it's not great.
This is going to be really exciting though because we're going to be coming back to this classic strategy, although this time with
Like this, yeah, this seems to be where we're at, right?
counterpart. So far, he wins the trade, getting position on
Contesting high ground, taking high ground, very good control.
so far.
Oh, did he get it? You got one. They got BQB. That's huge. Like this is what this early control does, and this is why having a good diva player is so valuable because it's all on Celestin here
Getting position on high ground.
to get up here nice and early, freeze things up. Lucia can get up there, gets above the player, gets up the point, and there we go. That's all it needs. And even if he just like if someone like gets knocked off but manages to still land and come back, like that's still as good as. Like you can just engage fully then and just take the fight. It's fine.
Those small details so important because London gets that first position on the high ground, even when the Florida Mayhem swarm
He's good on specific maps.
out, just coming
I
to the
don't
lead.
believe. I don't believe in it.
Ripping off BQB, and that just spells the end of the fight.
I think you put all your eggs in the basket of we've got to win this one fight, and if you don't win that one fight, you just kind of lose.
It's a big advantage. It's hard to evict the enemies off the high ground here.
Particularly when you're dealing with McCree May, where
Why not give yourself more opportunities playing McCree, May, and just play normal, and then you have a chance every single fight you take, pretty much. As long as you're maintaining pace with ults.
Immediately dropping in are JMac and the London Spitfire.
they're looking for it. Yaki falling early. Mayhem couldn't really get a good foothold.
Hey, Gargoyle's woken up.
Was going in expecting it to be a full 6-on-6.
Whoop!
Ryan gets J-Mac.
Massive solo play there.
Does
Gonna cost
die
them
though.
and Control just ticking up for London, so if this fight doesn't go Mayhem's way, it's going to be costly.
Oh, kill that diva.
Off these choke points.
Well, that diva's very dead.
Brawling this very effectively right now. The Mayhem
Yeah, just slow it down.
staggering. It's not what you want. The Spitfire now at 47%, and the Mayhem are in danger.
These fights are
Whew.
close. Shui is showing why first control is so important.
Oh,
J-Mac forced the point though by the
Gangnam Jin still value, still MVP. He's just looking. He's looking for it. He wants it. He wants it. I want it. You want it. It's like the one time Gargoyle turns up. Also, control here, Lizard Eden. Pressure from Florida, I'm looking for Twister. Impactful, these chokes being pressured so aggressive, it may balls J-Mac Horse. The point... Turned captions on by mistake. Just fucking leave them on. They're too good. they're too good not to have. It's like the one moment that Gargoyle actually turns up. It's like there's no one presses Q, and then Gargoyle's here. It just appears. Lizard Eden, Gargoyle on top of it. Hey, crying down the man. They suffered a woman too much. Lizard Eden. Oh no, this is too distracting.
Oh, and the sleep as well coming in. Gonna put Florida Mayhem on a
It's impressive, like how close it is, though. That blows my goddamn mind.
so important as we're getting over 80%.
All right, we'll see if London heard me, if now they're changing the script to a clean round victory here, or they're really going for maximum hope breaking.
I mean, Florida,
More attempt to try and turn this one around.
they got a lot. But Celestin, J-Mac, Sanguinar, like they can all slow this down. So if Florida just splurge, it's not going to work. They have to be tactical. They have to bait something first, or they have to like make sure every ult they have gets value.
Needs Yaki's Blizzard, taking some hope away from them. They have to beat
Because if they don't, what's going to happen is they're just going to slow the fight down and use their ults. There's the Diva Bomb, and there's Deadeye to reload.
What's it gonna do? Ryan is back drops the out. J-Mac holding onto the shadow.
Deadeye because it's unsafe, maybe?
J-Mac is out. J-Mac drops the shadow.
Like, don't think he needs to reload. Yeah, he's on 3 out of 6. 6 out of 6. I think he just Deadeyes to, like, spook more than anything. I mean, I've noticed this about Glister. Glister seems to do this. Jerry does this as well, where they just, like, fire Deadeye and then just cancel it instantly.
Ryan is down. The bomb does little. The Spitfire trying to fight this back. BQB though, working on the flank.
Oh, we got music in the background.
Top of the mayhem, just maybe might get this one.
Heroics from BQB finding a few crucial pickoffs, but everyone
I don't know why Glister cancelled that Deadeye so quickly, though.
At this point, no
Feels weird to me.
left in the tank. One clip is going to secure this round.
He didn't have a barrier in front of him, so it is risky. Like, that's the only reason why I could think of it. Because when he saw the bomb, it was his bomb, wasn't it? Oh no, yeah, okay. That makes sense.
Blizzard, but a ton of damage and isolation. The question is, how can London flip the ultimate advantage back in their favor?
Like, hey,
Be difficult, but on the same note, mayhem must be perfect. No one can get picked off early. They must manage their ultimate economy. Keep the high ground here. Spitfire look for a way in.
these subtitles, like, they're automatically generated. They impress me so goddamn much. It's crazy to me.
Oh, barely survives. Goes for the Deadeye, trying to create a little bit more space. Spitfire, timing over, Crying gets Nano deep into the Spitfire, takes down Shui.
Ooh, gross. I mean, they got the Deadeye out, they got the Nano out. They didn't spend anything.
There, but somehow survives, and I think that kind of baited London.
Like, that was an eco.
And they get punished by Gangnam
That's fine.
onto Karai.
As long as Glister doesn't die at the end there.
But London able to charge up a lot of ultimates in that team fight. They're gonna have a
Like, they just ecoed.
So you look at the man right now, they are at a disadvantage. Spitfire coming in the fight that will likely decide the round. How does Florida play it?
Gangnam Jim hiding in the lobby. Could work out big, but looks like London's gonna take an entirely
London
different
should
round,
just, yeah, they can just, like, rotate through their ults.
Blizzard from Yaki, though, he's been so sick of this
The hard part here is taking control of the high ground. They've got to wait out the anti-nade. My man.
for a moment.
London right now, a little bit
Gangnam
of
Jin.
progress on the point. That could have been the difference maker. He slipped to the side. Maybe they can even it out, take down Glister before he wins
Goodbye.
out. Deal with them.
That's done.
J-Mac though finds Crying.
Oh, actually, maybe not.
Deals with Glister,
No, they
deals with
don't.
Glister.
Oh no, they got two.
Fight the team on his back is
Oh no! What the hell?
J-Max striking back, but it's actually anybody's game. This fight is going to be crazy. Both teams switching back.
J-Max still being healed.
Second test popping, but
His Honor's doing work. Oh, Florida are swapping.
get it done.
This is how you know
Glister
it's
swaps.
serious. Tracers are out.
It's still going.
Teams fighting tooth and nail.
Celestin has his bomb now. How did they not win off that go bomb?
Play. That's what Florida needed. Crying.
Oh, big nano. And Shui can't control this very well. Like, he's antied. He's got to be careful. Sound barrier and counter punch. Florida just can't close.
Does a little bit more off the Nano. Crying's out of the fight. Yaki emergency Doomfist, and this is a brawl.
It's a superior sound barrier from Sanguinar that keeps London up
Nice. Big kill.
takes down Chris,
They can get some pressure onto the Ana, which it looks like they've done. Then it's just over.
dominant position to take this map and the series.
Little pulse bomb.
London, look at the Glister once more. They take the series 3-2. Yet another map.
London doing okay. Like, it's interesting, right? Like, London, there's some definite, like, potential here. The one thing that's always in the back of my mind, though, is this fact. It's Florida. They're playing Florida. Like, there's only so much you can take from it. Are London going to be, like, top 10? Probably not. But, you know, like, Banar seems okay, especially, like, after this first start. Glister, if you can, like, round out his McCree. His Widow seems fire. J-Max seemed to be getting, like, way, way better than Karayan. Krillin's kind of there. Sanguinar exists. Shui is functional. Like, there's no, like, Sanguinar seems to be, like, the quietest of the lot. That's okay, right? You can have, like, just quiet, reliable sound barriers when needed, boops when needed. Got some environmental kills at the end where he needed to contest high ground. Knows what he's doing with that. Good stuff. Okay, he's probably never gonna be, you know, oh my god, he's the greatest Lucio in the world. He's not gonna be like FD God, you know, getting kills every 2 seconds. Florida, meanwhile, just get thee gone. Get thee gone. BKB seems okay, Yaki seems okay, Karayan just seemed to be taking the worst of it, but honestly, like, yeah, gang jamming, yes, like, I want to say gang jamming, but no, it's gang nanjin. Really, really nice. Top 20? Yeah, they're going to be top 20. I think they're going to be a top 20 team, guys. That's where I think they'll end up. And look, yeah. What's the quote? Like, not terrible, not great, or not great, not terrible? Should be middle of the pack. It'll be interesting to see when like the Chinese teams can play, where they stack up, where they end up. Otherwise, I'm going to end it there because I need to keep cleaning my flat because I have an inspection on Wednesday, so that'll be fun. It's fairly clean, like it's in the process right now. I need to run around the vac, clean up my table a little bit. Can I show you guys this? And there's like the mess behind me. I'm gonna risk showing you guys like my life, right? It's just a footrest covered in stuff, but it's just clothes that just need putting away. It's easy enough. Otherwise, thank you so much for the support, guys. Thank you for the chat. So what's the plan for Friday? What's Friday? The hell's Friday? Art Thursday? Probably Art Thursday. We'll see. Last Art Thursday was quiet. It's the 6th. Friday doesn't really concern me next week. Sunday concerns me a lot next week. Sunday is actually very special next week. I don't think you guys know why Sunday is so special next week. $32? Am I 32 next week? Yeah, I'm 32. You know you're getting old when you have to let go. Am I this old? Is that how old I am? Yeah. No, that's about it. Yeah, I'm 32 on Friday. I'm not on Friday, on Sunday. Jesus. I can feel myself aging. The moment I knew I got old was when this word started popping up everywhere. Simp, and I had to like Google and figure out what it meant because I just didn't know. The 8th, not 6th, yes. My birthday is the 8th of March. I was born on the 8th of the 3rd, 1988. So 8 is kind of my lucky number. What's a simp? It's somewhat, it gets used these days for people who like donate to Twitch streamers, lady Twitch streamers especially, and like for attention and for like, oh, I love you so much. Oh, Alinity, won't you be my girlfriend? I donated to your channel every day. It's that kind of person. So yeah. You also feel like when you tell other people you're still young. Yeah. Someone's like, oh, I'm in my 20s. It's like, oh, you poor fool. I like it. I like being older. You do end up despairing sometimes. I've been having it a lot lately where I've just been kind of quietly despairing at the state of the universe, but it happens. It happens. Right. I'll see you soon. How come there's no hype train today? I don't know. You want to be my e-girl? I'll be your... Like, whoa. Thanks for the donations, guys. I'll unzip my hoodie ever so slightly. You can see this lovely shirt, actually, my parents got me from Firenze, Italia. It's actually quite a nice one. Otherwise, yeah. I'll see you next week, guys. I'll see you all on Thursday. Might be drawing something. Draw some Overwatch heroes? Maybe draw some Valorant heroes. Ooh. Ooh, that'll be fun. See you next week. Thanks for the support. Thank you, Boobly, as Retha. I think as Retha gifted 2 subs today, which is very much appreciated. See you next time. Draw Ash? Which Ash? There's too many ashes. Too many ashes. It's confusing. It's nice, though. Hi, Gwen. Bye, Gwen. See ya.